energies of the resurrection in the triangles of the violet network. This work was first presented at the first spiritual activism solar action event. It is very important that we understand why this work is happening nowadays and shall continue for a very long time during the Aquarian Age. The screen we see is a rendering of the field of matter and of the etheric fields, which the human has in their composition. Up high in blue, we have the logoic field. Then, the monadic, the atmic, the buddhic, the manasic or noetic, mental, the astral, the physical etheric, and the dense elemental. Why does this interest us? Since our bodies are constituted of these. Hence, our spiritual vehicle, the wider one, is the logoic vehicle. Then it is the monadic vehicle, the atmic vehicle, the buddhic vehicle, the manasic or noetic mental vehicle, the astral vehicle, the physical etheric vehicle, and the dense elemental vehicle. We can also see the correspondence in colors. Inside the fields of matter of which we are constituted, and inside our vehicles, there are networks. It is important we recognize the continuity of the networks, from the fields to our vehicles, from our vehicles to the fields, as this capacity is a reality which allows us to work, to offer, and to receive, to enrich ourselves. Hence, at every field, the network exists and bears the all the cosmic fields, all the elemental fields. For example, our physical structure, which contains this comprehensive network, has access and interaction to everything, as does our sentience, as does our intelligence. Here we see the correspondence to the fields of the planetary centers. We see the fields being penetrated by a gold axis. For our understanding, the planetary axis here is formed, and on it exists the energy planetary centers, Shambhala, the hierarchy, the hierarchical humanity, the personalities. Each energy center opens into networks. Thus we have the Shambhala spiritual networks, the hierarchical spiritual networks, the soul's network of the hierarchical humanity, and the networks of the vehicles of all personalities. As a result, we have manasic or noetic mental network, astral network, physical etheric elementals network, and dense elementals network. We know what conscious participation means. From within the Shambhala spiritual networks, the hierarchical spiritual networks, and the spiritual networks of the hierarchical humanity, we have invoked the violet energy of the seventh ray, known as the ray of Saint Germain, and we embodied it. We invoked it into the networks of the personalities of humanity, meaning we networked the violet energy into the manasic or noetic mental field, into the sentient field, into the physical etheric field, into the dense physical field. Thus we organized the violet network from the new hierarchical group into the new group of world servers, and from the new group of world servers into the public opinion, which corresponds to the lowest section of the mental unit of the noetic mental field of the cosmic physical field. It is a collective planetary and triumphant attainment. The violet network transfers cleansing and structural violet energies from the spiritual sources into all the planetary vehicles, superhuman vehicles, human vehicles, subhuman vehicles. We participate in the work of the triangles of the violet network as an act of service. We experience the new present. There is a great etheric change on the earth sphere. The resurrected Christ, from the inner fields of the earthly chain, from where he acts, reappears in the dense sphere of our earth. How? From the Shambhala spiritual networks, the hierarchical spiritual networks, and the spiritual networks of the hierarchical humanity, the pure white energy of the resurrected Christ already flows into the networks of the personalities of the new hierarchical group and of the new group of world servers. We want it to also flow into the collective networks of the public opinion. We want pure white flow of energies of the resurrected Christ and pure white networks in all the fields, in all the vehicles. In the new present which we experience, while the resurrected Christ externalizes his pure white energies into pure white resurrected networks simultaneously, he invokes air-essenced energies from the air-essenced hierarchy of Jupiter, as the fiery energies from the fiery hierarchy of Venus had once been invoked. The air-essenced energies are channeled into our planet. The resurrected Christ embodies them and externalizes them into air-essenced resurrected networks. From the Shambhala spiritual network, the hierarchical spiritual networks, the spiritual networks of the hierarchical humanity, the air-essenced energy of the resurrected Christ already flows into the networks of the personalities of the new hierarchical group and of the new group of world servers. And we want it to also flow into the collective networks of the public opinion. We want air-essenced flow of energies of the resurrected Christ and air-essenced networks in all fields, in all vehicles. The energies between the pure white networks and the air-essence networks of the resurrected Christ produce polarities and interactions. Nature is changing. Humanity is changing. The planet is changing. From the Shambhala spiritual networks, the pure white and air-essence energy of the resurrected Christ already flows, creating a new Shambhala spiritual network, from the hierarchical spiritual networks, the pure white and air essenced energy of the resurrected Christ already flows, creating new hierarchical spiritual network. From the spiritual networks of the hierarchical humanity, the pure white and air essence energy of the resurrected Christ already flows and creates new spiritual network of the hierarchical humanity. Inside the networks of the personalities of the new hierarchical group and of the new group of world servers, we want the pure white and air essence energy to flow and proceed until the collective networks of the public opinion likewise. Flow of pure white and air essence energies of the resurrected Christ in all the fields, in all the vehicles. We need pure white and air essence resurrected networks inside all the vehicles of the embodied in-flesh humanity and dense nature. Is this task difficult? Very. The participation of the new hierarchical group and of the new group of world servers is deemed crucial. We participate. We create triangles of the violet network and dedicate them to the networks of the resurrected Christ, white and air essenced. We participate. In this way we become part of the networks of the resurrected Christ, and we receive the violet energy of the resurrected Christ in our triangle. We participate with the force of the violet energy of the resurrected Christ, which we receive in our triangles. We continue upwards with the cleansing of the triangles of the networks of the resurrected Christ, and downwards with the cleansings of the noetic or mental, astral and physical etheric fields. We have access to these fields because part of them are the animated vehicles of our personalities: noetic or mental vehicle, astral vehicle, physical etheric and physical vehicle. And we do not forget the cleansings on the fields of the Greek channel are necessary to reveal the existing beauty of the universal energies of the resurrected Christ and of the violet network.